What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the vlog for the week of February the 26th, 2018. I hope you're all doing very well. Anyways, just wanted to give a quick little update on my game because I did get to show it off to some people at the Game Developers Meetup in San Francisco last Tuesday. And if any of you from the meetup are watching this video, thank you very much for playing my game. I really appreciate the feedback that you gave me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you weren't at the meetup and you didn't get to play my game, I'm going to show it off to y'all real quick. Alright, so as I've mentioned before, it is a multiplayer game, so we have one instance running on this screen and one instance of the game running on this screen. So first we'll start off at this draft team selection page, and this is a new thing that I added in specifically for this playtest. So here we can pick between a number of athletes to go on our team. So we'll do a point guard, a lineman, and a middleweight for player one. And we can just go ahead and confirm that selection. And next we're brought to this menu where we can either create a game or join a game. And so we'll go ahead and create a new game here. So here basically you see we have the grid, and so you'll see that we have the different types of players that we selected here. The one thing I do want to point out is we have this game ID because the game is networked. That will be something that we need to keep track of in just a second, and I will show what that is over on this screen here. So for player two, I will draft my team here, and let's do 2 linemen and a pitcher. And so that's looking pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna clear that out and we'll rearrange it so we'll have a lineman, a pitcher in the middle, and then a lineman. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. And then we're going to want to join a game here, so we'll have to enter a game ID. If we try and join it without a game ID, we're going to get a little error here. So again, this is game ID 116. And so we'll join the game, and as you can see, we are loaded into the game here. We are player 2, and so these are the player 2 guys here. So we'll see, here's our lineman, here's our pitcher, and here's our other lineman. On the other team, we have our middleweight, our lineman, and our point guard. We can see the type of the unit up here, and of course all its stats are under it. So because we're player 2, we can only move our guys here. So let's go ahead and do our turn. We'll move our lineman straight forward, other lineman straight forward, and we'll have our pitcher go straight forward too. And our pitcher does have a very large attack range, except he is just out of range of the other players here. So there's nothing more we can do on this move, so we'll go ahead and end the turn by clicking the end turn button. And as you can see, we're locked in, and the game state is in the enemy turn state. And so now we can come back over here to player 1, and as you can see, we are in the player select tile state. So that means that we can go ahead and do our move. Okay, so this is the player 2 players, and again we can't move them because we're player 1, but we can go ahead and move these guys. So let's move our point guard in nice and close, and he'll be able to get a shot off on this lineman here. Real quickly, I'm just gonna click off, and then we'll see that the lineman has a 7 health right now. And if we attack this lineman, he's down to 6 health. And so that's just a calculation between the attack stat of this, the defense stat of this. You subtract them and you get the results. So anyways, I'm sure you guys get the pretty general idea of it here. I'm going to go ahead and playing this game and just speed it up for you all, and then show you the kind of end game state here. And just like that is game over. Player 2 wins, and as you can see, we have a "you won" message here. We'll go over to player 1, and you have a "you lost" message here. So essentially that's what the game's looking like right now. At the meetup I did get about 10 people to play, which is awesome. I'm super stoked off that. Obviously this is an extremely early version of my game, and it just basically has the very basic mechanics of the game and I just kind of wanted to get it in the hands of people and see what they thought of it, see what their initial impressions of the game mechanics were, just to kind of see what sort of things people understood and what sort of things people were kind of having trouble with figuring out, just so I can kind of clarify those things as I move on. But yeah, I'm really excited about the feedback that I got from different game developers, and again, I spoke in my last video about why I think game developers are a really good group of people to target, especially for your early play tests. But I am planning on getting this game as it stands in the hands of some of my friends who aren't as familiar with these types of games, and just kind of see how they feel about it, because I do want to make this game kind of a more casual and approachable game to people who aren't necessarily into hardcore turn-based strategy games. But again, thank you very much to all of you who have played my game. Your feedback has been really helpful, and it's going to definitely make a much better product in the end, so I appreciate that very much. And this build that I made, it definitely was a total sprint to the end. I was like finishing some things up, like basically as I was heading out the door for this meetup. So I'm really glad that I got this all put together for this meetup just in time. So, you know, I did have something to show off to the people when I attended the meetup. But yeah, so if you couldn't tell already, I did have a great time at the meetup. I definitely was not the only person showing off my game there. I did get to play a few other people's games, and they were looking really cool. They were in all different stages of development, so it's nice to give feedback on people's games as well as receive feedback myself. And to be honest, I would have liked to have stayed at the meetup for a little bit longer, but unfortunately the parking garage that my car was parked in closed at 11, so I kind of had to rush out of there just a little bit before 11 just to make sure I didn't get my car locked in, because that would be a very bad situation to be in. Anyways, I'm super happy with my progress on the game so far. I'm pretty much right on track with that initial one-page document where I kind of laid out my initial plan for everything, so I still am on pace with that. So I'm glad that I kind of crushed that goal, but now it's on to the next. Next goal is GDC, the Game Developers Conference, and I want to be showing off the artistic vision of my game more at this. So I am going to be kind of building out the gameplay a little bit more, make the gameplay a little bit more interesting, but really get that artistic vision kind of figured out so I can show it off to people, and they can kind of understand of what my game's actually going to look like when it's complete. Anyways, that's just about going to do it for this vlog. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.